Yeah, we're going right now. We're here, Max Z. We got John Carroll University, Oswego State, round of 32. Should be a good one. Both teams know how to score. Both teams can rebound the ball, push the pace. Both teams got a win yesterday. Should be a nice atmosphere here in the Maxfield Gymnasium.
Hello everyone, welcome to Maxfield Gymnasium. Today the number 10 ranked John Carroll Blue Streaks take on the number 6 ranked Oswego State Lakers. The NCAA Division III tournament round of 32. A 5:45 start.
Proportion to me is the lived experience of our Division III student athletes. They balance life from an academic perspective and the rigors of competing at a high level, bonding with teammates and building lifelong friendships. But they also are involved in their communities. They work jobs and internships and volunteer. They've learned to be resilient. Diverse experiences are setting them up for the future.
Passion's love. Passion is love for what you do. Because I think when you face challenges, it comes down to how much you want it and how much you love it. Passion is what keeps you going forward. Seeing so many people that were like-minded and so hardworking in their sport and academics, being surrounded by like-minded people makes you want to be more passionate. I think it pushes you to a different level that maybe you didn't think you had. You can do the best of both worlds and love all of it.
A good citizen is someone who wants to make a positive impact, both in their communities and in the world around them. The Division III approach is absolutely the best approach out there for amateur sport because it wants student athletes to explore all parts of who they are. Be successful in the classroom, be successful in competition, be successful in the community. So our student athletes learn what it means to strive for and attain success, but doing it the right way and being good citizens.
Comprehensive learning is being able to adapt to experiences and apply the things that I learned. Being an athlete and juggling academics helped me grow as a person, and things that I've learned, I was able to apply it in another field, putting them into everyday life. Developing comprehensive learning helped me prioritize certain things to make sure I get to where I want to be.
Responsibility is being accountable for your words and actions, first and foremost. It also is an obligation to be a positive influence in the communities around you. Being in a D3 program, you're going to have lots of different opportunities. You're not just an athlete, you're also involved in student life. Your academics are extremely important. We give a lot of our student athletes responsibilities right from the start by giving them leadership opportunities, by having them engage in the community, be a positive influence. That's being a responsible person.
I believe sportsmanship is it's a mutual admiration and respect for your fellow competitors. We all go through a lot to reach the point where we compete against one another. It's important to realize that. So once we're finally on the field or on the court or on the starting block, we look at each other as fellow human beings and not just competitors. Being able to recognize the hard work that other athletes are putting in creates a more positive and inclusive environment.
Hello everyone, we'd like to welcome you inside Maxiel Gymnasium in Oswego, New York, as we get set for the NCAA Division III men's basketball tournament matchup, the round of 32 between the John Carroll Blue Streaks and the Oswego State Lakers. Zach Malamud, honored to be alongside Brian DeMuro. Brian, two great teams coming together at Maxiel this afternoon.
Oh man, this is going to be a great game, Zach. Both these teams super hot. There's 6 combined losses between the two. You know they both know how to score, they know how to defend, and they know how to win. And that's what's important here in March.
First, let's look at the John Carroll Blue Streaks out of the Ohio Athletic Conference. Yesterday, they beat the Albertus Magnus Falcons pretty comfortably, 91-80. What did you see from John Carroll in that outing?
Yeah, I mean, they really just knew how to put the ball in the basket. They scored 91 points despite 20 turnovers, which could hurt them today if that's what they end up doing. They rebounded the basketball great. They out-rebounded Albertus by 26 boards yesterday, which was super important, especially considering Albertus was the top rebounding team in the country coming into yesterday's game. So they rebounded the basketball, they shot the ball well, and Luke Chacon was just unbelievable. He had 28 points for them, and he was lit up. He put the ball in the basket from 3. He got inside. He was really the table setter, especially because their leading scorer, Luke Frazier, he only had 2 points. He didn't make a single field goal yesterday. So the other guys stepped up. Their big guys got some buckets and rebounds, and that was really the story of yesterday's game.
And looking at the Oswego State Lakers, they were in action later in the evening, and they actually beat the Marymount University Saints 80-62. The Lakers pretty much in the lead for most of that game, pretty comfortable. What did you see from Oswego?
Yeah, well, I think they got Jeremiah Sparks going early. I think that was really important. He is their lead guy, one of the best players in the conference, and honestly, he got going early, knocked down a couple threes, and that opened up the floor for the rest of the guys. Aki Anderson was also amazing, 24, 5, and 4 for him. So he really stepped up big, and as we know with this Lakers squad, it's not just one guy. There's multiple players at multiple positions that can put the ball in the basket. They out-rebounded Marymount yesterday by 8, so that's another key thing they're going to have to focus on tonight. But really just stepping up, multiple players stepping up and scoring the ball to not force Sparks to do it all was really important yesterday.
And looking at the NCAA bracket, the Randolph-Macon quadrant, the Randolph-Macon team, they ended up winning their match. They are going up against Scranton today in Randolph-Macon, but here's the matchup, John Carroll versus Oswego. It's a huge quadrant, a lot of really, really good teams.
Yeah, this is a super, super tough tournament. A lot of great teams all the way through. We're in the round of 32 now, so the longer you get into this tournament, the harder the competition is going to get. That Randolph-Macon team, as you mentioned, the number 1 seed right now. They've only lost once all year, 28-1. They're playing Scranton today, a team that narrowly edged out their opponent yesterday just by a score of 65-64. So Randolph-Macon looking to control that and host the Sweet 16, and then one of these teams just trying to get the opportunity to potentially play them down in Virginia.
And Brian, your final thoughts going into what could be one of the matchups of the tournament. Two great teams, a lot of storylines for the two of them.
Yeah, I think ultimately it's going to come down to two things, rebounding and three-point shooting. Which team is going to win the rebounding battle? That seems to be the name of the game and across basketball, across this entire tournament so far. Last night, as I mentioned, John Carroll was able to out-rebound Albertus. Oswego was able to out-rebound Marymount, and those were the two teams that won their matchup, so I think that's super important. And again, three-point shooting. Which team is going to be able to stop the other team's three-pointers, drive them off the line, and try to force them into tough two-pointers? I think that's going to be the name of the game.
And just quickly, a couple guys to watch out from each team. Quick thoughts on each.
Yeah, for John Carroll, it's going to be Henry Rayner. Yesterday he had 14 points, 11 rebounds. Chacon was the guy who got it all, scoring 28 points for him. But Rayner was huge inside, getting a ton of rebounds, second chance opportunities really for John Carroll. And for the Lakers, it's really going to be Aki Anderson again. He stepped up huge yesterday, but again, he's their second guy right now behind Sparks. They need him to continue to have good production and give them good minutes from the starting lineup and just really continue to carry the load for their team when Sparks is not on the floor or when Sparks does, to give him a rest here and there.
So we're going to get set for a tip-off. Little while till then, a couple of 3 minutes till the anthems will get things going as the John Carroll Blue Streaks take on the Oswego State Lakers right here in Max Zeal Gymnasium.
I learned a lot of valuable lessons playing college football. I never thought about the health benefits of exercise until I actually started to talk to coaches in college. It's not only just for performance, it's for life. My coaches instilled the importance of well-being, not only building up strength, mental health, getting enough sleep, eating properly is all what it is to be healthy. I decided that I want to go into personal trainer and share my knowledge that I obtained in college about physical and mental well-being.
Say, President Stanley, whenever there's bad weather, who would you turn to?
I'd turn to Storm Team 10.
No, but you've got to say it like this. Storm Team 10. Say it with me. Storm Team 10.
Jill told me it was Kitty from Glee. Yeah, what is it?
Al Roker.
Passion's love. Passion is love for what you do. Down to how much you want it and how much you love it. Passion is what keeps you going forward. Seeing so many people that were like-minded and so hardworking in their sport and academics, being surrounded by like-minded people makes you want to be more passionate. I think it pushes you to a different level that maybe you didn't think you had. And you can do the best of both worlds and love all of it.
If you need to do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive. Don't drive buzzed.
Shine on that boy. Look at the bling. Do we got a diamond tester on? Yeah, that's getting bad. Yep. 10 out of 10 recommend on Yelp.
We're going to the playoffs. I can't believe I missed that. Every time I'm buzzed, I spend too much time on my phone. What? I should take your phone away. No. I'll call for a ride. Hey, why does my face look like that? I'm playing with these new face filters. Okay, you know what? Yep, that's mine. I'm gonna need that back. No. Kevin!
We'd like to welcome you back inside Max Seal Gymnasium. Zach Malin alongside Brian DeMuro for the NCAA Tournament Round of 32 matchup between the John Carroll Blue Streaks and the Oswego State Lakers. Huge atmosphere in Max Seal Gymnasium right now. Should be a really, really exciting game between two really strong teams.
Yeah, both teams coming off nice wins yesterday. The home crowd here for the Lakers is getting ready to go. They're all amped up. They're ready, but it's not going to be easy. The Lakers are facing a tough team in John Carroll, and they're going to need to give it their best tonight, and they're going to come away with the win and move on to the Sweet 16.
Yes. Looking at some big players from both sides, we brought up Jeremiah Sparks, Aki Anderson. The Lakers going to go with their big guns again. Sparks with 21 yesterday, Anderson with 24. Those guys really stepped up for the Lakers.
Yeah, they got to continue to step up. You know, they got to get it going early. I like the way Sparks was able to get to his spots early in the game yesterday. He really set the tone, able to see a few go down. And for John Carroll, real quick, just going to the other side, Luke Frazier, I feel, is the same way. Yesterday, I felt like he was forcing it a little bit, wasn't able to get a rhythm. He ended up shooting 0 for 13. So for them, they want to get Frazier going early, want to get Chacon going early. I think it's really important for both these sides to get their stars good looks early and often.
Brought up Luke Frazier. Luke Chacon was unbelievable yesterday. 28 points and really helped the Youngstown State transfer, really helped the Blue Streaks get a victory.
Yeah, he's got Division I experience, and that was no quiet 28. It was allowed 28 points. Everyone in the gym, you had to look at him and know where he was at all times because he was shooting threes, he was driving inside, pretty finishes with the left hand, right hand, all around. So he was a table setter yesterday for them. He drove their offense with Frazier struggling. Going to do that again tonight.
Another guy, Chase Toppin, really stepped up for the Blue Streaks with 21 points and 8 rebounds down low. A 6'1" guard getting 8 rebounds down low. A lot like Cam Chance on Oswego.
Yeah, you know, there's a lot of guys that contribute to the rebounding game, and when you win a rebound battle against a good team like Albertus yesterday, John Carroll needed every single guy to rebound. Doesn't matter 1 through 5, everyone had to crash the boards. They did that, and as you mentioned, Toppin, he's a 39% shooter from 3, so he was able to get 21 points, which is 10 over his season average. He was huge. He's going to have to be big again tonight.
So we're going to get ready for tip-off at Maxiel Gymnasium. The crowd has filed in. A trip to the Sweet 16 on the line. The Lakers and the Blue Streaks are gonna get ready to go. Green, Bowman, Sparks, Achille, and Anderson for the Lakers. Chacon, Eller, Rayner, Toppin, and Frazier for the Blue Streaks. As we are underway at Maxiel Gymnasium, the Blue Streaks win the tip, and Toppin will bring the ball up. Over to Luke Chacon. Chase Toppin. Back to Chacon. Frazier on the inside, looking to get going, and he does.
Early look for Frazier, just what they need. First bucket of the day, first shot, good look.
Frazier 0 for 13 yesterday. Just 2 points. And has a bright start to this one. Anderson down low for Oswego. A tough fadeaway jumper, and it doesn't go. Frazier to Toppin. Eller back to Frazier. Chacon will try a 3, and it's no good. Ball tipped around Toppin. Finds Chacon on the wing. Down low, Eller is denied by Bowman.
What a block by Bowman.
Anderson to Sparks, and he stepped out of bounds.
But again, rebounding is going to be super important. You saw another second chance opportunity generated for John Carroll. Luckily for the Lakers, they were able to get the block and get the ball back, but you got to control the boards. Both these teams are going to be the story of the game.
Chacon brings it up. 18:45 to go in the first half. 2-0 John Carroll. Toppin down low to Rayner. Back out to Chacon and Frazier. 10 on the shot clock. Gets around Green, pulls up, and he can't hit it. Offensive rebound for Eller. Frazier on the inside, tough move, and Luke Frazier's feeling it early.
Yeah, pretty move from Frazier, getting to his spot, little spin jumper, create separation, gets the bucket to go.
4-0 John Carroll. Sparks to Achille. Achille, a spin move in the lane, and he can't finish. And a foul going to be called on Achille, his first.
That's a bad foul. Early on, you don't want to get into foul trouble, just a reach in there after the rebound. You don't want that for the Lakers, and a tough start offensively. 2 minutes here, no points.
Chacon brings it up. Toppin gets around 2 guys, and easy finish in the lane. A hot start for John Carroll. 50% from the field. Up 6-0. Green to Sparks. He'll try a 3, and it rattles out. Green offensive rebound, and the Lakers are on the board.
That's huge. Great offensive rebound by Devin Green. A good look, though, generated for Jeremiah Sparks.
Chacon to Toppin. Now Eller. Toppin down to Eller. Can't hit the layup. The other offensive rebound, Rayner. In the lane, can't finish. Achille grabs it. Good defense by Oswego. Green will bring it up to Achille. 16:45 to go in the first half. 6-2 in favor of John Carroll. Bowman will shoot from the wing, and it doesn't go. Frazier bringing things up. Lost his balance, and the Lakers have a fast break. Green tried to get it to Sparks. Finally gets it to him. Anderson will pull up from the elbow. It's no good.
Tough start for the Lakers offensively. Some good looks, just not able to put the ball in the basket.
Lakers 1 for 6 to start this one. Frazier to Toppin. 13 on the shot clock. Toppin double teams. Finds Chacon. Chacon lays it up for Eller, and he can't finish. Ball tipped around, and Green's able to grab the board.
Big rebound by Green.
Sparks to Green.
Oh, what a
ball
block.
up, and what a block by Frazier.
That's a huge block by Frazier. 6'6". He plays guard, but he can guard 1 through 5.
Chacon inside the lane. 8-2 John Carroll.
Pretty finish. You can go left or right, as I mentioned in the pregame, Zach. Going to the left that time with a nice scoop layup.
Green. To Achille. Ball tipped away by Frazier. As John Carroll have walked into Max Zeal. They lead 8-2. 15:07 to go in the first half. Zach Malaman alongside Brian DeMuro, and John Carroll exactly the start they wanted.
Yeah, and as we talked about, rebounding is going to be a focus, and John Carroll has dominated the board so far. They have 3 offensive rebounds already in this game, generating some points for them. The Lakers really have to focus in on that end, and again, the Lakers are getting good looks, just not able to knock it down. Got to give credit to this John Carroll offense for, despite some tough defense played by the Lakers early on, John Carroll's offense has been able to break it down, get it inside. They're really trying to work through their big guys right now, Eller and Rayner, and they're getting some nice looks, some big rebounds, and that's been the story so far.
15:07 to go in the first half, and a really tough start shooting for Oswego State. They're shooting 1 for 7. John Carroll, not much better. They have 4 for 10, 40%, but the Lakers 14% from the field.
Yeah, again, generating some pretty solid looks. I think if you're John Carroll, you have to be pretty happy with where you're at, but at the same time, the Lakers, you got to just find a rhythm. You know, it's early in this game. We're not even 5 minutes in. Keep getting the ball to your stars. Keep giving them in positions to succeed. I like them driving into the paint a little bit. They do have a slight size advantage, especially at the guard position. Chacon only being 5'10", that gives them a little bit of size there. But ultimately, just getting them those good looks, continuing to try to see some go down.
Anderson finds Achille, 6 on the shot clock for the Lakers. Anderson down to 2. He'll throw one up, and he's denied by Rayner.
That's just great defense. Great defense played by John Carroll, Rayner, and Frazier all around the court. They're long, they can shot block, they can rebound. This team is a very tough out in this March Madness.
Chacon brings it up. Rayner to Frazier. Down low, Jantek comes into the game and has an impact right away.
Yeah, Jantek is another guy who had a great game yesterday against Albertus. A big presence on the board between him, Rayner, and Eller. Those are 3 guys that Oswego is going to have to find on every possession.
All tipped away. Frazier going to lay it in. And a 10-point Blue Streaks lead.
Oswego's in trouble here. They need to find offense and find it quick. You can't let a good team like this get out to this good of a start without an answer.
A foul down low called on Chase Toppin. That's going to be number 1 on him. First team foul. 14-16 remaining in the first half.
I think you got to get Jeremiah Sparks the ball, Zach. I think you got to get him the ball, maybe in the post or even top of the key. Let him go one-on-one. Try to get something going. Because John Carroll has been everywhere. They're turning defense into offense, transition, they're running. They can light it up quick. Again, 91 points yesterday, so they can score. And Oswego needs to try and get their stars involved.
Lakers get it in. Sparks to Cook. Higgins, who just checked in, is on him. Now Sparks, 10 on the shot clock. Finds Cook on the wing. He'll try a 3, it doesn't go.
I would have liked to see Sparks try and drive there. He had the smaller player Chacon on him. take it into the basket.
Chacon to Rayner, and Frazier finds Higgins. Higgins lost his balance and a turnover. Sparks with Chacon on him. Sparks almost converts the and one. He'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Good take there by Sparks. Great defense off the turnover, getting inside. Had the smaller defender on him, gets to the paint, goes up, couldn't finish. But he gets 2 free throws here.
Sparks, the junior guard from Jordan, New York, can hit the first free throw. Lakers are really struggling. 11% from the field, 1 for 9. 0 for 3 from deep, and now 0 for 1 from the free throw line.
I think that free throw is kind of a testament to how this game has gone. Yesterday, the Lakers shot 94% from the line, unbelievably well shooting. Here, even the free ones so far haven't gone down for them.
Sparks hits the second. Chacon brings it up. Higgins to Chacon, Frazier. Great ball movement, and it's tipped away. Cook lost possession. Higgins to Frazier. Cook on the floor, and good job getting back on defense. It's going to be...
I believe they call it jump ball here.
It's a jump ball, but it's going to be Oswego possession.
Yeah. Great defense and transition there by the Lakers, stopping that 2-on-1 fast break. Again, we mentioned both teams can go fast. They like to play with pace. They like to control the ball, get up and down the floor off turnovers.
Both these teams, high-scoring teams. John Carroll averaging 82.6 points per game. The Lakers averaging 84.4 points per game.
Oh, yeah, they can fill it up in a hurry.
John Carroll starting this game really strong, 50% from the field. And they have a 12-3 lead to show for it. Sparks. Sparks inside, can't finish, and a foul called on Jeremiah Sparks.
That's just good defense there by John Carroll. I do like Sparks being more aggressive. I think that's where the Lakers offense will come from, or at least will start to generate with him. But that's just great defense there by Higgins and the rest of that John Carroll defense.
Substitution, Luke Frazier gets a rest, and Chase Toppin comes back in. 13 minutes to go in the first half. The NCAA Division III tournament, round of 32.
Lakers in a bit of a zone here. Caused some trouble in the last possession.
Chacon to Toppin. The wing 3 doesn't go. Sparks to Cook. Finds Chance. Back to Cook. A fadeaway from Caleb Cook is no good. Out of bounds off Sparks. And the Lakers now 1 for 11.
Yeah, and right now I think the Lakers just kind of getting boxed offensively. They've got nowhere to go. Great drive help on the John Carroll side. They're forcing tough passes, tough looks, and they've held Oswego only 3 points here with 8 minutes gone just about.
12:15 to go in the first half. Toppin an open 3, and he can't hit it. Lakers get away with one.
Yeah, can't leave him open too often.
Cook tried to find Bowman, and Yontek is able to take it away. Chacon. John Carroll looking to stretch the lead. Higgins tries a 3. It's no good.
Nice rebound by Cook.
Sparks. Finds Bowman. Almost tipped away. 20 on the shot clock. He'll back down Chacon. Bowman on the inside and is able to get it to go.
Yeah, that's a big time take by Bowman. Whenever Chacon is switched onto either Sparks or Bowman, you got to take him inside every time.
Yontek to Higgins, Chacon to Toppin. Quick ball movement by the Blue Streaks. Chacon left his feet and turned it over.
almost a nice mid-air no-look pass by Chacon, but it was an errant pass. It's good defense here by the Lakers. Again, this zone is giving the Blue Streaks a little bit of trouble here in this first half. I think it was a good decision by Coach Leon and this Lakers squad to go to zone after they started in man.
Both teams turning the ball over early, 5 each, and this is a Lakers team that only turns it over 11 times per game. John Carroll, on the other hand, 12.9 turnovers per game. Both teams pride themselves on turnovers, not early in this one.
Yeah, they're both playing a little bit sloppy offensively. Since that 14-minute mark, we have not seen a lot of offense either way. Both teams turning the ball over, not getting shots to go. But it's really going to be about who capitalizes off those turnovers. Right now, John Carroll has 6 points off of those 5 Laker turnovers, whereas the Lakers have only been able to score 1 point off of John Carroll's turnovers. So I think that's really important. And also the rebound battle, as we mentioned, right now, John Carroll, 12 rebounds to the Lakers, 7. Another point of emphasis here for the Lakers. We're going to have to control the glass.
Looking at the paint, all 12 of John Carroll's points have come in the paint, and the Lakers have to figure that out on defense.
And I think that John Carroll should be very happy with where they are right now, because this is a team that can shoot the 3-ball very well. As a squad, they shoot 35% from the 3-point line. Toppin has had a couple open looks he just hasn't been able to knock down, but as the game progresses, you have to imagine those shots will fall. Chacon hasn't really gotten going yet. Frazier saw a couple go early, but nothing late. So if you're John Carroll, you feel pretty good about the spot right now. You're not even shooting the 3-ball well, but you're still winning by 7. You've controlled this game. Your defense is playing great, so good start here for the Blue Streaks.
11:05 to go in the first half. 12-5, John Carroll. Sparks into the lane and was almost denied. Ended up getting the foul call. He'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Keep driving, keep attacking. I like when Sparks gets downhill, goes into the defense. It's tough to guard him. He's a great offensive player, great around the rim, can also extend you out to the 3-point line, but you don't want to settle for too many looks early on. You want to get some easy buckets, get inside. Here, get into the free throw line again.
Sparks hits the first. A 6-point Blue Streak lead. And the speed of both Chacon and Sparks really stands out.
Yeah, absolutely, Zach. I mean, they can push the pace. They can get wherever they want on the floor. You got to send 2 sets of bodies at them at all times. It's going to be about which team can do it better.
Sparks hits both free throws. 5-point deficit for Oswego State. Chacon finds Rayner down low. Rayner into a couple bodies. He's fouled going up.
A little bit undisciplined there by the Lakers, leaving their feet a couple times on that possession. Great ball movement by John Carroll, leading to the 2 free throws.
It's going to go on Cartier Bowman. That's going to be number 1 on him. 3rd team foul for the Lakers. So Rayner hits the first free throw.
Bowman's another guy who they got to really get going. Yesterday, 12 points, 12 rebounds, a double-double, and he's been huge for the Lakers down the stretch here throughout the SUNYAC Conference tournament, and again last night in the first matchup of this NCAA tournament.
As Rayner can't hit the second, a 6-point lead for the Blue Streaks. Achille will bring it up to Bowman. Bowman into the body of Gentry and gets the N1.
On cue, Cartier Bowman into the lane, getting himself a shot. Nice layup through the contact. Chance at 3 points. You love to see that if you're the Lakers.
Bowman, the transfer from St. Rose, is able to make the free throw. It's a 3-point lead now. Chacon. Toppin, back to Chacon. Now Rayner. Skip pass to Chacon. Quick ball movement. And Frazier on the inside, can't finish. Another offensive rebound. Rayner is able to put it away.
Another offensive rebound. As you said, Zach, Lakers got to find a way to secure that defensive rebound. If you're John Carroll, you're getting good looks and great job on the offensive glass so far.
Achille to Green. Green finds Bowman. He'll back down Frazier. Bowman in the lane, tipped away, and Achille is able to clean it up. 9:33 to go in the first half. 15-12, John Carroll. Gentry on the inside, through two guys and finishes.
It's a nice finish there by Gentry.
Sparks to bring it up. Gets the screen from Achille. Sparks backing down Toppin. A tough layup, and he can't hit it.
It's nice defense there by Toppin. Stayed on his feet, got a hand in the face, able to force the miss.
Toppin. Chacon. 15 on the shot clock. Toppin will try a three, and it's a foul called on Jamal Achille.
Tough foul. You play great defense for 22 seconds, and then you foul the three-point shooter. But that's what Toppin will do to you. He shoots 39% from the three-point line. You got to get a hand up, and a little bit of a reckless closeout there from Achille.
Toppin shooting 70% from the charity strike on the year. Makes the first. It's a 6-point lead for the Blue Streaks. Toppin's second is good as well. Substitution as Iontic will come back in. He'll replace Gentry, and Bowman takes a seat for Joey Robeck, who gets his first action of the day. Toppin can hit all three. 7-point lead for the Blue Streaks. Sparks inside and makes the layup.
When he goes downhill, it's tough to stop him. Jeremiah Sparks, you're going to want to continue to do that if you're the Lakers.
19-14. Tipped away by the Lakers. Sparks. Out to Robeck. Back to Sparks. Green on the wing will try a three. And Zeal erupts.
Yeah, the fans are waiting to get into this one. Slow start for their home team, but that one got them on their feet.
Frazier silences them from the elbow.
Yeah, the ball movement right now for John Carroll is immaculate. They're swinging the ball around, generating good looks for their guys. Nice answer there from Frazier.
7:53 to go in the first half. Anderson will try a three of his own, and the Lakers are feeling it from deep.
You're starting to see, Zach, how these teams can score and score quickly. Blow for blow, big shot after big shot. It's a 1-point game.
Chacon will try and answer, and it doesn't go. And a foul on the rebound called on Rayner, and the fans are starting to have an impact.
Yeah, Chacon unable to get going so far. Only 1 of 3 from the floor, 0 of 2 from deep. It's not a great start for Chacon, but look, Frazier's been great, but also for the Lakers, you want to just keep generating these looks. Right now, John Carroll's in a bit of a 1-3-1 zone, which really played well for them last night, but so far the Lakers' ball movement and finding their open shooters has been able to break that zone and get good looks for them, as we saw just them from the three-point line.
You mentioned it worked for them yesterday. Albertus Magnus only able to shoot 31% overall from deep in that one. And today, it's going to be a different story for a Lakers team that's top 10 in the country from deep.
Yeah, absolutely. It's tough because you want to go to what works, and after a great game last night, especially on the rebounding end and all that stuff that went well for John Carroll yesterday, you want to see how it's going to work. And early on here, it works pretty well, but Oswego State has started to really get back into this game now. They've made a couple of shots in a row, a couple of big threes from their star players. Now it's only a 1-point game, so if you're Coach Pete Moran, you might have to go to some different defense, maybe back into man or a bit of a 2-3 zone. But we'll see exactly if this shooting of the Lakers forces them out of the 1-3-1.
Moran in his 6th season as John Carroll's head coach, an overall record of 92-53, 54-40 in the Ohio Athletic Conference. This guy knows how to win.
Absolutely, he does, and he's got a 58% win percentage. This is his second NCAA appearance, and he's actually coaching his nephew. Luke Chacon is his nephew, so pretty cool moment there for Chacon and Coach Moran.
7:20 to go in the first half. Lakers with possession. Down 21-20.
The Blue Streaks back into man here, as we mentioned.
Anderson to Achille. On the inside, Achille. Tough layup, can't hit it. Ball
Nice
tipped
rebound.
around, Lakers offensive rebound. Sparks will try a three.
Great offensive rebound there, generating a second chance opportunity.
23-21, Oswego State. Yontek to Toppin. And Rayner hit it off Achilles' leg. 15 on the shot clock, 6:44 on the game clock.
Fans are really getting into it now. If you're John Carroll, you got to get a bucket here to silence this crowd. The Lakers have started to get hot from three. They're 3 of their last 3 from deep. So John Carroll needs a bucket here. Lakers are back in man.
Frazier around Robeck. Can't hit the layup.
Good look, just wasn't able to get it up over the rim.
And John Carroll have gone cold. 23-21. Sparks gets the screen from Green. Out to Achille. He'll try a three. It doesn't go. Tipped around. Chacon will bring it up. Frazier back to Chacon. 20 on the shot clock. Toppin. Now down low, Rayner.
Lakers showing a lot of different looks. They're back in a bit of a zone here.
And Yontek has it tipped away. 5 on the shot clock. Chacon, Frazier, a deep three, and he knocks it down.
Big time shot. End of the shot clock. Luke Frazier, their leading guy, averaging 16 points per game this season from way downtown. Nice shot.
11 to start this one for Frazier. Robeck. Anderson on the wing and answers. Very high tempo start, 25-24. Chacon to Toppin. Rayner down low, and he throws it down.
So again, that's just great ball movement by these Blue Streaks, breaking down that zone and getting the ball inside, and a big time finish from Rayner.
Anderson to Green. He'll try a three, it doesn't go.
He struggled yesterday, only 3 of 13, 1 of 6 from 3.
Toppin stepped out of bounds. A turnover for John Carroll. That's going to be the 7th turnover by the Blue Streaks. 5 for Oswego. It's a couple of substitutions. Bowman comes back in for the Lakers. Chacon takes a seat for John Carroll. Higgins comes back in. Both these teams trading blows. 4:35 to go in the first half. Sparks to Bowman. A
Nice
great
pass.
pass to Green. What a find.
That's a wonderful pass right there from Bowman.
Bowman runs back on defense with the goggles. Higgins to Toppin. Yontek from the wing. It's no good. Tipped out of bounds, and it's Lakers possession.
So it's Chacon on the bench now. Who's going to be that table setter for them? Who's going to bring the ball up? Who's going to find the offense? Because right now, John Carroll, they need it. It's a 1-point game, but the Lakers are hot right now. They're shooting the ball well. Despite the slow start, the 3 3-pointers they've been able to knock down here later in this first half have been able to get them back into this game with a 1-point lead right now.
Eller comes in for John Carroll. Edwards comes in for Oswego State. The NCAA Tournament Division III at Maxiel Gymnasium, round of 32 matchup. Green to Anderson, a wing three. Tipped around, Lakers offensive rebound.
Nice offensive rebound there by Green.
1-point Laker lead. Green into the lane.
Tough finish. Tough finish.
Frazier quickly on the other end. He's fouled. And transition. John Carroll right when a bucket goes in for Oswego. They're quickly on the other end.
Yeah, they play one of the fastest paces here in the nation. They want to get up and down. They want to run and score. That's what you see right there with Frazier getting himself inside. Frazier having a nice game here after he struggled mightily yesterday. Currently he's 5 of 8, knocked down his only 3-point shot, got 11 points to lead all scorers in this one, and he's going to head to the line for 2 after the timeout. But definitely a nice start here for Frazier, especially with Chacon only 2 points right now, Toppin only 4 points, 3:36 to play here in this first half. It's a 3-point game. Both teams probably wish they could shoot a little bit better, but it's really anybody's game right now.
And if you're just joining us, John Carroll started off the game really, really strong, had a 10-point lead, and the Lakers, with 3-pointers helping them, found a way to come back.
Yeah, Lakers on a 27-14 run right now in the last 10 minutes or so, really being able to get them back into the game. 3 3-pointers by 3 different guys, as we mentioned in the pregame. For the Lakers, it's not just one guy. It's not just Jeremiah Sparks, who's their leading scorer on the season, but it's a lot of different players who can get double digits for them. That's where they've been able to find success recently in this game, and that's really where they got to continue. Just keep sharing the ball, keep finding open looks, and if you're John Carroll, you want to just really continue to swing the ball around. They're getting good ball movement offensively, leading to pretty solid looks. Just haven't been able to fall, only 1 of 6 from 3, so you got to hope those start to fall down eventually for this John Carroll team.
And we talked about the rebounding battle before, 16-14 in favor of John Carroll, but the Lakers have found a way to claw back, especially with offensive rebounds.
Yeah, I think that's really, we mentioned the rebounding and the 3-point shooting. That's kind of where the differences in this game are coming up right now. Oswego shooting 3 of 9 from 3-pointer, 33%, whereas John Carroll only 16% from the 3-point line themselves. So they've been able to make up for those rebounds that they might not have got, especially on the defensive end. But overall, pretty even rebounding battle. It's really been the 3-pointers that have brought Oswego back in this game.
Luke Frazier at the line makes the first. The sophomore guard, a 6'6 guard from Mentor, Ohio. The Dayton University transfer in Division I.
Yeah, and John Carroll's got 3 guys with former Division I experience. That could play a big factor for them here as we get later into this game.
Anderson, step back, doesn't go. 3:15 to go in the first half. 29-28, Oswego State leading. Chacon. Higgins. Back to Chacon. Higgins down to Eller. Higgins, an open 3, and it's no good. John Carroll 1 for 7 from deep.
Yeah, this Laker defense is forcing them into some tough threes. They're open. They're just from way behind the arc. Good defense here for the Lakers recently.
Green on the wing. A tough layup for Devin Green. Up to 11. Chacon to Higgins. 2:30 to go. Chacon. Now 10 on the shot clock. Chacon tried the no-look pass, almost got to Eller. Bowman was able to tip it away, sideline out of bounds. 8 seconds on the shot clock.
That's the 3rd time here in this first half Chacon has tried a no-look pass, and that's kind of what you need to do sometimes against the zone defense. You need to bait the defense with your eyes, but that was a nice deflection there for the Lakers.
Chacon sideline out of bounds. Gets it back. Now 5 on the shot clock. Luke Chacon from the elbow, and he can't hit it.
Yeah, he's been off to start this one. A solid look late in the shot clock. Just wasn't able to knock it down.
Sparks. Double teamed. Bowman gonna try from deep, and that's no good.
That's not his game, though.
Chacon to Higgins. And a foul called on Aki Anderson. Lakers had a foul to give, 1:48 to go. 16 fouls on the Lakers, the first on Anderson.
Honestly, if you're John Carroll, you got to feel pretty solid about where you are right now. You're down by 3, but you've shot the ball very poorly from deep, 1 of 7. They honestly haven't had much offense here in the last couple minutes of this first half. To only be down by 3 with 1:48 to go in the half, you got to feel pretty good about it.
Toppin. Looking for options. Chacon will try a three, and it's no good. The struggles continue. An offensive rebound for John Carroll. Skip pass. Toppin will try a three, and that one doesn't go. Out of bounds was Yontic, and the Lakers will take possession.
Yeah, John Carroll just cannot find the range right now. 1 of 9 from 3. That's been the story so far.
Team that shoots 35% from deep on the season. 1:15 to go in the first half. Green is fouled by Frazier, and that's the 6th team foul. Lakers 1 away from the bonus. Both teams 1 away from the bonus with 1:13 to go.
Yeah, it's been a pretty clean game. Couple fouls here and there, but overall these teams playing good, tough, hard-nosed defense in this round of 32 matchup. You know, both these teams, you know, a chance to go to the Sweet 16. High intensity, high stakes. The Lakers obviously on their home court with the fans behind them with the 3-point lead right now. It's been fun so far.
Higgins comes back in for Frazier. 15 on the shot clock. Lakers with possession. Down to 10. Anderson to Sparks. Down to 5. And Sparks will try a three. It doesn't go. Chacon. Toppin to Higgins.
Great defense here by the Lakers.
10 seconds on the shot clock. Chacon to Higgins. And a foul called on Anderson. Number 2 on him. And a frustrated Jason Leone, head coach of Oswego State.
Yeah, again, great defense. Bit of a bailout foul late in the possession. Coach Leone is not going to be happy with that one.
Jerry Higgins III will go to the line, shooting 1 and 1. And it rattles in a 2-point Laker lead. Higgins shooting 76% from the charity strike on the season. The graduate transfer is able to make both free throws. A 1-point game, about 1 second separating shot clock and game clock. Sparks to bring it up.
Yeah, for the Lakers, you hold for 1 here. At the worst, you take a 1-point lead into halftime.
Ten on the game clock. Sparks with Higgins on him, and a foul called on Jerry Higgins. And Pete Moran, head coach of John Carroll, was looking for a push-off there on Sparks.
Yeah, he thought Sparks might have extended his arm a little bit into Higgins. Refs didn't see it that way, and Sparks going to the line for the 1 and 1.
Sparks at the line, going to shoot 1 and 1. That free throw did not count, as there's going to be some substitutions.
Yeah, yesterday in the first game we saw a pump fake free throw. Now we're seeing that was like a practice free throw. A lot of shenanigans going on from the free throw line here at Max Zio the past couple days.
As Cam Chance comes in for Aki Anderson. And Luke Frazier comes in for Jerry Higgins III. Sparks at the free throw line, makes the first. 5.7 on the clock. Sparks for the second. He makes both free throws, 3-point Laker lead. Chacon will go quickly. Clock running down to 3. Frazier from deep, and it doesn't go. Hit off the backboard and then the net. Almost tricked us from our viewpoint up here.
Yeah, it almost looked like he might have knocked down that 3 from the hash. Nonetheless, Lakers end the half on a great scoring streak. They've been playing great defense, but John Carroll only down by 3 despite their struggles. Only 1 of 10 from 3, so despite all that, only a 3-point game.
33-30 Oswego State, and the Lakers have found a way to come back. They were down 12-2 really early and found a way to cut the deficit and even take the lead into halftime.
Yeah, absolutely. They've really limited their turnovers. They had 5 turnovers, did the Lakers, about halfway through this first half. They've got none late in that first half, so they were really able to control the basketball more, control the pace of the game, and take the, John Carroll's team that wants to go fast, and the zone has really slowed them down offensively.
Zach Malamud alongside Brian DeMuro. We're going to take a break for halftime. As at halftime, the NCAA Division III men's basketball tournament, round of 32, the Oswego State Lakers lead it 33-30 over the John Carroll Blue Streaks.
Responsibility is being accountable for your words and actions, first and foremost. It also is an obligation to be a positive influence in the communities around you. Being in a D3 program, you're going to have lots of different opportunities. You're not just an athlete, you're also involved in student life. Your academics are extremely important. We give a lot of our student athletes responsibilities right from the start by giving them leadership opportunities, by having them engage in the community, be a positive influence. That's being a responsible person.
Welcome back to Major Discussions.
Did you know dragging chains can spark a wildfire?
Only you can prevent wildfires.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move, so I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day, I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
Hey there, I'm Al Roker, class of 76. Yes, way back in 76. Back when the earth was cooling. You're watching WTOP.
Hello everyone, we'd like to welcome you back inside Max Seal Gymnasium as the Oswego State Lakers lead the John Carroll Blue Streaks 33-30 at halftime. Zach Malamud alongside Ryan DeMuro. The round of 32 is living up to expectations.
Yeah, it's getting intense here, Zach. Both these teams really well-rounded, well-oriented. They can shoot the ball well, they can rebound, they force turnovers, and they both really done that well. The only thing that hasn't done that is the fact that John Carroll's only shooting 1 of 10 from 3. So their three-pointer has really struggled early on in this game, which has let the Lakers have a three-point lead here at halftime.
And the Lakers really found a way to grab some turnovers out of John Carroll and forcing 7 of them. A interesting first half from both teams. The rebounding battle is always a story with these two sides. 20-18 in favor of John Carroll, but the Lakers are still winning the game right now.
Yeah, early on, John Carroll got off to a really nice start. It was 12-2 about 5 minutes into this game. They were controlling the rebounds, they were controlling the defensive end as well. After that, Oswego went on a 31-18 run to end the half, and they really got back, and they started to really box out, get these rebounds, and they stopped turning the ball over to the Lakers. The Lakers, no turnovers in the last 8 minutes or so. That's really what you want to see here. If you're Coach Leon and this Lakers squad, you want to just continue to play great defense and rebound the basketball and then push the pace on the other end. Jeremiah Sparks got going, 10 points. for the Lakers squad, and that's where they sit right now, up by 3. So a pretty good way to end that half after a slow start for the Lakers.
Looking at a quick summary of the half, John Carroll shooting 1 for 10 from deep versus Oswego's 3 for 11. John Carroll shooting 37% from the field. The Lakers shooting 40%.
Yeah, last night, John Carroll shot the ball 39% from 3. As you mentioned, only 1 of 10 tonight. So that's really been the story of this game so far. The fact that John Carroll has struggled mightily. You know, Frazier has gotten going, their leading scorer. He does have 13 points tonight. But yesterday's star, Luke Chacon, who had 28 points in their winning against Albertus, only 2, 1 of 5 from the field, 0 of 3 from deep. So he's one of those guys that you really need to get going here if you're John Carroll. But overall, I think if you are the Blue Streaks, you feel solid about where you're at. Didn't play well, they know that. Only to be down by 3 against a really good team in the Oswego State Lakers, you feel pretty solid going into the half. But in the same breath, I think the Lakers feel pretty good about where they're at too, the way they were able to close that half.
And the Blue Streaks started very, very strong, and then it kind of chiseled out. 14 minutes remaining in the first half. They had a 10-point lead, and they looked like they were going to run away with this one.
Yeah, and ultimately, I think the rebounding was really what changed. Early on, as I mentioned, JCU controlled the boards completely. They were getting offensive rebounds. They were getting second-chance opportunities, and that's really what sparked their early run. After that, the Lakers started to control it. As you mentioned, Lakers still losing the rebound battle by 2, but it's a lot closer than it was earlier in the game, and that's really where I think the game changed here, and the script kind of flipped when Oswego started to go on their run.
And the Lakers started 0 for 4 from deep to start the game, finished the half 3 for 11, but they were 11% from the field, really struggling, and they found a way to fix that and come back and end the half with a really, really good stretch of play that gives them the halftime lead.
Yeah, only 27% from 3 for the Lakers, but they did hit 3 big ones down the stretch in that first half, which changed momentum and got them their lead after being down for the first couple minutes. You know, they were able to break down John Carroll's 1-3-1 zone, which was so successful for them yesterday, able to break down that zone, find some open looks for their shooters, and really get them back into this game, and now with a halftime lead.
As the Lakers spent almost 6 minutes with the lead. They spent almost 6 minutes with the lead. John Carroll, probably a bit unhappy, 13 minutes with the lead in that half. And to be going into the locker room down, not a great sign for the Blue Streaks, but this team fights. Pete Moran, a winning coach, they'll be okay.
Yeah, I think they just, if I'm Pete Moran right now in the locker room, I'm telling my guys, hey, keep going. They're getting good shots. The only thing they're doing wrong is they're turning the ball over and they're not hitting the threes. The threes are open. They're a little bit deep because of the zone that Oswego is playing, but they're open enough to the point where you expect them to make them. Chase Toppin hasn't really gotten going. As I mentioned, Chacon hasn't been able to find his range either. But those threes, you have to imagine, will start to fall. So if you're Coach Moran, you're saying, hey, slow it down a little bit, stop turning the ball over, and make sure you continue to win that rebounding battle. And then after that, you seem to be in a pretty good spot here to try and take back the lead and end up moving on to the Sweet 16.
And Luke Frazier, the leading scorer for John Carroll, he has 13 points tonight on 5 of 9 shooting, 1 for 2 from deep, 16.6 per game in the OAC this season, a first team all OAC. They got to rely on their top guy to get them over the line.
Yeah, and yesterday he struggled really bad. He was 0 of 13 from the field, only 2 points that came via the free throws. Tonight, they got him going early and often. As you mentioned, 13 points here in 17 minutes. He got to the line, made both his free throws. He also has 5 rebounds, so he's contributing in all aspects of this game. And as you mentioned, I really think that Frazier is the guy they got to keep going. You know, he has 9 attempts right now. I think you got to keep feeding him, getting him open looks, get him inside. He loves the mid-range area. He loves driving and getting a little fadeaway shot. That's his range. And then after that, then he extends it out to the three-point line. I think that's really where the Blue Streaks can find some success here. But also, Chacon's got to get going. They got to get him the ball, got to get him driving to the paint, drive and kick. That's where he's so good. That's where he was able to spark his scoring yesterday. They got to continue to do that and get that going in the second half.
And Devin Green on the other side for the Lakers, 11 points to start this one. 5 for 7 from the field, 1 for 3 from deep. He struggled for a little bit and definitely did not have his best game yesterday, but has stepped up for the Lakers and has shown his experience in college basketball. The only senior on this Lakers team that's going to graduate this upcoming May. He's stepping up for the Lakers right now.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he struggled yesterday. He was 3 of 13 from the field, 1 of 6 from 3. But tonight, I think he's letting the game come to him a lot more. He's not forcing anything. He's 5 of 7 from the field. He's got 6 rebounds, 11 points, as you mentioned. He's kind of doing it all right now for this Lakers team, especially with some of the other guys struggling. You know, Sparks does have 10 points, only 2 of 6 from the field, though. Anderson, 2 of 7. So not great production all around for the Lakers as they're used to, but Sparks and Green have been the 2 players who have been aggressive in this first half and have gotten the Lakers out to this 3-point lead.
And finally, as teams come up, we're going to look at the NCAA bracket as Randolph-Macon and Scranton will play in just a little while. But these 2 teams, one of these 2 teams has a date with the winner of that game, and that should be some Sweet 16. A lot still left in this second half.
Yeah, right now in this one, it could be anybody. These teams are tight, they're close. Both teams have good things going for them right now. Both teams have things that they really wish would have gotten better for them. So it's going to be about second half adjustments, which team can go into the locker room, kind of reset and fix the problems that hurt them in the first half. And who knows, one of those teams could be going on to face Randolph-Macon, or if Scranton can pull off the incredible upset against Randolph-Macon, who is 28-1 on this season. So a tall task for Scranton later on today, but nonetheless, who knows? You know, this is March, so anything can happen.
And the NCAAs overall, these last couple of days, the round of 64, a lot of games that happened yesterday, a lot of bracket busters around the NCAA. Everything stayed put here with John Carroll, the number 10 ranked team in all of Division III, the number 6 ranked Oswego State Lakers. Both these teams found a way to get the job done, but a lot of bracket busters all around the NCAA.
Yeah, and the cool part about Division III basketball and March Madness is that these games happen so quickly. All of the round of 64 was played yesterday, so 32 teams went home last night. So this stuff happens quickly, whereas in D1, you know, it's split between 2 games, so it just makes each day that much more important, that much more basketball, that much more action going on, and it's super fun for any fan of the sport. Super fun to be here announcing it, and it's again, we had a great game here between the Lakers and the Blue Streaks.
Finally, Brian, what's going to be the difference in this second half?
It's going to be 3-point shooting, Zach. 3-point shooting. If you're John Carroll, you got to continue to take them because there are a 35% team on the season from deep. Got to continue to shoot it, but you got to hope some of these fall for their shooters, especially Toppin, Chacon, and Frazier. Those are the big 3 guys. You want to make sure you get them involved. And for the Lakers, keep doing what you're doing, lock in on defensive end, and find ways to continue scoring.
As we're going to send things to a break, we're going to get set for the second half as the Lakers of Oswego State lead the John Carroll University Blue Streaks 33-30. Stay tuned.
Passion's love. Passion is love for what you do. Because I think when you face challenges, it comes down to how much you want it and how much you love it. Passion is what keeps you going forward. Seeing so many people that were like-minded and so hardworking in their sport and academics, being surrounded by like-minded people makes you want to be more passionate. I think it pushes you to a different level that maybe you didn't think you had. And you can do the best of both worlds and love all of it.
If you need to do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive. Don't drive buzzed.
Shine on that boy.
Look at the bling. Look at do we got a diamond tester on?
Yeah, that's getting bad. Yep.
10
out of 10 recommend on Yelp.
Score going to the playoffs. I can't believe I missed that. Every time I'm buzzed, I spend too much time on my phone. What? I should take your phone away. No. I'll call for a ride. Hey, why does my face look like that?
I'm playing with these new face filters.
Okay, you know what? Yep, that's mine. I'm gonna need that back. No. Kevin!
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back inside Max Zeal Gymnasium as we're going to get set for the second half, the NCAA Division III men's basketball tournament, round of 32. John Carroll and Oswego State. So we're back underway. Luke Chacon. The Blue Streaks in all blue, moving from left to right. Luke Frazier tries to get it going early in camp.
That's his shot, too. Just wasn't able to get it to go.
Jeremiah Sparks for Oswego. Backing down Frazier, and an offensive foul called on Sparks. Number 2 on him.
Sorry, Zach. It's a smart play there by Frazier. You know, you're a little bit undersized. Get position, draw the charge on Sparks, get him a foul early. That's his second. And a nice turnover, nice forced turnover there for the Blue Streaks.
19:30 to go. Zach Mallon went alongside Brian DeMuro. Chase Toppin. Chacon to Toppin and Frazier. Back to Toppin. He'll try a three. And it doesn't go. The struggles from deep continue for John Carroll.
Yeah, 1 of 11 now from deep for the Blue Streaks.
Achille brings things up for the Lakers. Aki Anderson gets the double screen. Anderson. 10 on the shot clock. Green wide open from deep.
That's such a pretty design play by Coach Leone. Bunch of off screens for their shooter. Green gets an open look and is able to knock it down.
The elevator doors for Devin Green and a 6-point Laker lead. Eller tries to answer. It doesn't go. Anderson on the fast break is able to hit the layup. And a timeout for John Carroll.
The Lakers got the Blue Streaks right where they want them right now. They're playing great defense, forcing them into tough shots. Luke Eller, he can shoot that one, but that's not their best shot. That's not the shot they want to get. A deep mid-range early in the shot clock, and then go out in transition, use their length to get to the layup. As you can see here, down the court, running the fast break while getting an easy transition layup. You love to see that if you're a Laker fan, and right now, John Carroll's got to find something offensively. They've struggled after that 12-2 start of this game.
Devin Green hit his second three-pointer. 14 points for the senior on Oswego State. Exactly the start to the second half that Coach Jason Leone of Oswego State would have wanted.
Yeah, quick 5-0 burst to start. That's just, like you said, just what you want. Now it's just about continuing to keep that pressure on. You know, John Carroll can be a streaky team. In their OAC semifinal matchup that they actually lost, they ended up giving up 58 points in that second half, but in the first half, they were up by 18 points. So they're streaky. You know, sometimes they can go on big runs or they can give up big runs. So for the Lakers, it's about using this momentum, using this crowd energy now. With 18:28 to play in this one, it's about using that energy and continuing to make this run.
You said it, Brian. 18:28 to go in the second half. An 8-point Oswego State lead. John Carroll will look to answer. 23-4 on the season. Out of the Ohio Athletic Conference. Luke Chacon gets the screen from Eller. Defense comes out from the crowd. Frazier to Toppin. He'll try another three. And it still won't go for the Blue Streaks. Green will pull up from deep. Max Zeal erupts. Devin Green feeling it right now, up to 17.
That's his third three of the night. Big time shot in transition. He's feeling it from three. But it's really been this Lakers defense suffocating John Carroll. All their action is happening 3 to 5 feet behind the three-point line. If you're the Blue Streaks, you got to find a way to get inside, drive, and kick. They got to get that ball movement swinging again like they had in the first half. Otherwise, the Lakers could run them out of the gym.
Eric Hanna is going to come in. His first action of the day for the Blue Streaks. Chase Toppin will take a seat. Here's Yontic. Inside, turned it over. Lakers with a fast break. Sparks on the inside, knocks down Hanna and makes it anyway.
Too strong. Jeremiah Sparks going in, driving, creating contact with his body, fending off a defender, and getting the bucket to go.
Hanna. 17:15 to go in the second half. On the inside. Yontic down low, great move, and
Nice
the pump
patience. Yeah, nice patience there by Yontic. That's the Blue Streaks' first points of this second half, about 3 minutes in.
Anderson to Bowman. 43-32 Oswego State. Sparks to Achille and Green. Green, good pass to Bowman, and he is able to hit the layup.
The ball movement right now for the Lakers and the creation away from the ball. Everyone's moving. Everyone has their eyes up. Great look inside.
Green with his third assist of the day. Bowman with 7 points now. Frazier with the answer. Hits off the back rim.
The Blue Streaks have gone cold here.
16-20 to go in the second half. Anderson to Bowman and Sparks. Thought about the three, went inside and is able to hit the layup.
Yeah, that's where they've lived. Don't settle for the threes. They're able to create mismatches, drive inside, get easy layups.
Chacon to Frazier. Yontic. Frazier with the pump fake. With a hand in his face, can't hit the jumper. He's gone cold.
This zone for the Lakers is giving the Blue Streaks fits in this second half. The fans are loving it. The Lakers up by 15 points right now. The Blue Streaks need to find a way to get some stops.
Lakers had a 3-point lead at halftime. And a foul called on Frazier. So it's going to be a timeout here. And the crowd is loving it at Max Seal, really taking over and having an impact on this one.
Yeah, it's a scary time right now for the Blue Streaks. During this timeout, they got to figure something out offensively because right now they are just stagnant. There's no ball movement. There's no off-ball movement either. And it's just a lot of standing around. They're passing it well, but not creating any sort of looks for any of their players. And when they have gotten looks, like Frazier got a couple good looks there early, he's gone cold 0 of 3 in this second half. Zach, I mean, the Lakers defense is really the story of this game right now.
And the rebounding battle. It was 20-18 John Carroll at halftime. Lakers with a 4 rebound advantage, not 1 rebound for John Carroll to start this second half. Just over 4.5 in.
Yeah, and we mentioned it at halftime and even before the game. The rebound battle is one of the most important things in basketball, and it was going to be a big thing tonight. And as you mentioned, Lakers now control that by 4. Lakers have also turned the ball over 2 times less than John Carroll. Overall, Coach Leon has to be happy with where they're at right now. 15:28 to go, a chance to go to the Sweet 16 on the line. They've answered the bell. They came out at halftime firing on all cylinders on both ends of the floor.
These two teams, both champions of their respective conferences. The Lakers out of the SUNYAC Conference and John Carroll out of the Ohio Athletic Conference. Excuse me, John Carroll ended up losing in the semifinal this year. They won the regular season title in the OAC. Green's trapped. Anderson down to Bowman. Back to Anderson on the inside. A A 17-point Laker lead. Chacon to break the drought. It doesn't go.
Yeah, a bit of a forced shot there from Chacon. Hasn't been able to get it going. Only 2 points here after that 28-point outburst last night. Got to credit the Lakers defense.
Sorry, Brian. Aki Anderson to Jeremiah Sparks. Sparks with Higgins on him. 10 on the shot clock. Sparks into the lane. Can't finish. Gets the offensive rebound. Achille will send it to Green and back things up. Now 11 on the shot clock. Green looking for Achille. Found Bowman. Tipped out of bounds off the Lakers. And a turnover for Oswego.
Nice look inside. A little bit hot there on the pass. Wasn't able to find his teammate, but again, nice offensive rebound there for Sparks, generating a second chance opportunity. Let's see if John Carroll can find something offensively.
Toppin. Down low, Yontek fouled. It's gonna go on Sparks. That's number 3 on him. Something to watch out for. 14-13 to go in the second half.
Yeah, looks like Caleb Cook might be coming to take him out right now. But that's really where John Carroll needs to live. They need to live in the high-low action. Get the ball into the post, try to find their cutters inside and try and look for drive and kick opportunities. It's a 17-point game. It's a tall task right now against a real good Lakers squad, but it's not over. You know, anything can happen here in these March Madness games.
Baseline out of bounds. Chacon. Rayner, great pass inside the top, and he couldn't hit the layup. Rayner, offensive rebound, and an and one.
Lakers weren't able to control the offensive rebound after the first miss. Rayner with a great cleanup, a chance at 3-point play. So let's see if that can create some momentum here. We've seen back-to-back possessions where the Blue Streaks have been able to get the ball inside and draw fouls. So maybe that'll lead to some offense in the second half, down by 15.
Couple guys in foul trouble for the Lakers. Achille just got his 3rd, and Cam Chance has to come in down low.
And that's big. That's big. With him and Sparks now with 3 fouls each, we'll see a little bit of full court pressure here from the Blue Streaks.
Anderson brings it up. 13:52 to go in the second half. Anderson. Good pass to Bowman, and he's denied by Rayner.
What a block by Rayner inside.
Toppin has it tipped away, and the officials are going to talk about it. They're going to rule it John Carroll basketball to the displeasure of the Max Zeal Gymnasium crowd.
Yeah, from my perspective here, it looked like it might have gone off for Rayner. I couldn't really tell. It's close. We're going to get a timeout here on the floor with 13:40 to play.
49-35 Oswego State. Zach Malaman alongside Brian DeMuro at Max Zeal Gymnasium. The NCAA Division III men's basketball tournament round of 32. The winner will take a trip to the Sweet 16. And these two teams are fighting along. The Lakers started this half really hot. John Carroll has found a couple ways to get back into this one.
Yeah, I think they've really found something with a little bit of high-low action, getting their big guys the ball in the post and looking for cutters back door. They've really been able to find that. But I think it comes down to Chase Toppin and Luke Chacon. Right now, a combined 2 of 13 from the field. Those are 2 of their top 3 scorers. They need to get going, and they need to really take control of this game, along with, obviously, Luke Frazier, who's had a pretty solid night, 13 points. But Toppin and Chacon are the 2 guys I think need to really start to step up here for the Blue Streaks.
Frazier out of the game right now. Chacon and Toppin are in. Rayner on the inside and is able to hit the layup. 12-point lead now.
Henry Rayner up to 10 points, 8 rebounds.
Lakers finally get it in. Anderson, double teamed. Finds Green. Anderson gets Toppin on the block. And that's going to be number 2 on him.
Lakers got to find some offense here. A couple possessions here without a bucket allowed John Carroll to go on a bit of a run, 5-0 run in the past couple minutes. This full court pressure is giving them a little bit of trouble. But again, that's where the foul trouble comes into play, because you have some guys playing heavier minutes who might not have had that much experience in these big moments.
Lakers get through the press, and they'll set things up on offense. Devin Green with Higgins on him. Now Cook has it taken away by Higgins. Higgins all the way on the other end, a tough layup.
I thought maybe he should have passed, but he proved me wrong. Nice finish through contact. You see Sparks and Achille to the scorer's table. Coach Leone has seen enough.
Green. Lead cut to 10. And an offensive foul called on Devin Green. And John Carroll taking the momentum right now with 12:45 to go.
Yeah, and again, it's been with the drive and the inside, getting the ball to their big guys. Rayner, as I mentioned, 10 points, 8 rebounds. Jantek has been inside as well, and that's where they've lived. Let's see if they can cut it to under double digits here on this possession.
Chacon to Toppin. Chacon. This crowd trying to get involved for the Lakers. 12:30 to go. Rayner on the inside, and a travel called on Henry Rayner.
Nice defense there by Kyrie Bowman.
The 9th turnover of the game. Last couple of possessions, Lakers, a lot of turnovers. We're now tied in the turnover battle at 9.
Yeah, the full court pressure is giving them a little bit of trouble, but now they've got Sparks and Achille back into this game. I like that from Leone. You know, at some point, the foul trouble is important, but they do still have 2 to work with. 12 and a half to play here. Chance of the Sweet 16. Get your big guns in the game.
And another offensive foul called on Oswego. Anderson called for that one.
Yeah, the fans didn't like that one, Zach. That's the 3rd on Anderson as well.
16th foul on the Lakers. Frazier tries to find Toppin, turned it over.
It was a good look. Toppin had cut in. If he would have just stayed at the three-point line, he probably would have a wide open look. It was a nice play by Frazier to get through the zone. Except he ended up throwing a turnover. Coach Leone's hot on the sideline right now.
Looked like Coach Leone talking with one of the officials. 12:05 to go in the second half. 49-39. Oswego State lead it. Aki Anderson to Jamal Achille. Achille to Anderson, and a foul called on Chase Toppin. A big one, number 3 on him.
Yeah, they're definitely calling it a little bit tighter here in this second half. We've seen a lot of fouls go both ways. Offensive fouls, defensive fouls. The refs are not letting this game get too far out of hand. But I liked on that last possession, you saw Luke Frazier take the challenge, face guard Jeremiah Sparks, really try and deny him the ball. Not a touch there early in the possession for Sparks. But I think for the Lakers, you got to continue to ride the hot hand of Devin Green. No, he's 7 of 9 from the floor, 17 points, 7 rebounds. He's been their guy tonight who's really lit it up. And obviously, Jeremiah Sparks, as we mentioned, all throughout the night. 14 points to his name as well. So those 2 guys are the guys I think you need to really continue to ride if you're Coach Leone in this Lakers offense.
Lakers scoreless in the last 3 minutes and 20 seconds. A 7-0 run in that time span by John Carroll. And the Lakers had a 17-point lead to start this half. And John Carroll found a way to cut it to 10.
Yeah, I still think the Lakers are in pretty good control of this one. They definitely are looking to continue to score. They haven't scored in quite some time here. They got the 10-point lead, as you mentioned, after the 7-0 run from John Carroll. So if you're the Blue Streaks, you feel pretty good about the way you've been able to defend in these past couple of minutes. But you got to continue to get stops and turn it into points if you're John Carroll.
11:52 remaining. The NCAA Division III men's basketball tournament at Max Seal Gymnasium in Oswego, New York. Oswego State and John Carroll. Devin Green on the inbound.
A lot of pressure here from John Carroll.
Bowman will get it to Sparks. 10 on the shot clock.
Big mismatch with the height.
And a block called on Jerry Higgins III. The 4th team foul on John Carroll.
That's the right call. He was sliding his feet. Sparks had the mismatch. It's tough for Higgins, only 5'10".
Anderson baseline out of bounds. And another foul called on Higgins. And some foul trouble for John Carroll. That's number 3 on him as well.
A lot of guys committing a lot of fouls right now.
Anderson gets it inbounds. The Lakers almost lost it. Sparks gets double team. Green to Anderson. Back out to Sparks. He'll try a 3. And it rattles out.
A great look, though, for Jeremiah Sparks. Just wasn't able to knock it down.
Toppin on the other end, and he traveled. Turnover number 11 for John Carroll. Anderson to Achille. And he'll dribble it up. Gets it to Sparks. Sparks on the inside.
That's a big bucket from Sparks. That's their first points in the last 4 minutes here. They have a 12-point lead now.
Breaks a 7-0 John Carroll run. Higgins to answer from the corner. It doesn't go. Yontic offensive rebound. He's denied. And it's going to be a foul on the Lakers. It's going to go on Devin Green. Number 3 on him. And John Carroll is in the bonus. They're going to be shooting 1 and 1. Will Yontic will be at the line. Rayner comes back in for Toppin.
One thing John Carroll has done great tonight, Zach, is offensive rebound. They lead that category 8-4, generating second chance opportunities, and that's what they need if they want to stay in this game here, because offense has been hard to come by for a team that usually puts up a lot of points. Only 39 so far.
You said it, Brian, as Yontic misses the 1 and 1 free throw. 12-point Laker lead. Sparks traveled.
He should have just kept going, I think. He had smaller defenders on him. He could have split, looked for Bowman backdoor, but a little indecisive there from Jeremiah Sparks in the turnover.
Turnover number 10 for Oswego. 10:30 to go. Frazier to Chacon. Back to Frazier. Frazier in the paint, and he can't break his scoreless drought. Lakers with the fast break. What a play by Luke Chacon on the floor, able to tip it away, and it stops a fast break for Oswego.
Yeah, he hit the deck hard, too, putting his body on the line. Love that from Chacon. Hasn't been able to do much offensively, but he's always in there fighting and making the hustle plays. You love to see that.
Sparks wide open from deep, and he can't hit it. Lakers get the offensive rebound with Green.
Unbelievable effort there from Devin Green to get that offensive board.
Sparks, 10 minutes to go. Green will try a 3. Number 4 from deep for Devin Green.
Perfect look. I love the shot from Green. And another turnover here, or a near turnover. Yeah, it's going the other way.
Chacon lost it, a kickball violation. And another turnover for the Blue Streaks as they've gone scoreless now in almost 3.5 minutes.
Yeah, the Lakers have really answered that little 7-0 run well here with a 5-0 run of their own, playing some real good defense in the last couple minutes.
Sparks to Anderson. Gets the double screen. Gets it to Green. Green thought about the 3. Now on the inside, he's denied by Yontic. Here comes Frazier to Chacon in the lane. He can't hit it. And Rayner's right there to clean it up. Nine minutes to go. Achille. Sparks to Green. Anderson. 8:50 on the clock. Hold on tight. A trip to the Sweet 16 on the line. Anderson can't hit it.
He struggled tonight, Zach.
Frazier looking to answer. Higgins will try a 3.
Big time shot there, Jerry Higgins. Lead is back down to 10.
A quick 5-0 run for the Blue Streaks.
Can they get stops though on this end?
Sparks to Anderson, and they turned it over.
That's a good start if you're John Carroll. Blue Streaks still only 13% from three though. They've really struggled from the three-point line, where they're usually really good.
Chacon. Frazier to Higgins. Higgins in the lane, off the backboard, it doesn't go. Jontic with the offensive rebound.
Got to get the glass, got to clean up the misses. Lakers weren't able to do it. Nice rebound there by Rayner.
Anderson had it tipped away by Chacon.
I think that might get overturned here. The refs are going to come together. Another Laker turnover, yep.
And it's John Carroll ball. And the under 8 timeout. John Carroll with a 7-0 run in the last 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Just as the Lakers tried to pull away, John Carroll with the answer, an 8-point game, 7:35 to go.
Yeah, we know basketball is a game of runs, and John Carroll had that 7-0 run earlier to cut it back down to 10. Lakers brought it back up to a 15-point lead, and now, as you mentioned, John Carroll on a 7-0 run of their own to cut it to 8. It's the lowest it's been since early on in this second half. So if you're the Lakers, you have to really continue to keep the pressure on them defensively. They've been allowing John Carroll to get some easy looks inside, and offensive rebounds, as I mentioned, Zach, 10 now for John Carroll to only 5 for the Lakers. The rebound battle overall is tied up, so we're in for a good finish here. Hold on to your seats. Maxio's rocking. The fans are loving it. Got an 8-point game.
Both fan bases, the fans from John Carroll, who traveled from Cleveland, and the Oswego State Lakers, home faithful.
This is a big possession here. John Carroll on that 7-0 run. Can they continue and cut this to a 2-possession game? Or can the Lakers get a big stop, potentially bring the lead back up to double digits?
Chacon to Higgins. Higgins to Chacon. Frazier. 17 on the shot clock. Higgins. Frazier pulls up and can't hit it. Looking for the foul there.
Yeah, Lakers might have gotten away with one there. It looked like we had a little bit of contact. Refs didn't see it.
Coming down to the last 7 minutes. Lakers with an 8-point lead. Aki Anderson. Achille to Bowman. Finds Sparks. Now Bowman. 5 on the shot clock.
Nice
Bowman. Great move on the inside, couldn't hit it. Jontic gets the rebound. Chacon to Jontic, and he can't hit the layup.
Couldn't have asked for a better look. Jontic just couldn't knock it down.
Anderson. In the paint, Aki Anderson.
Big time move. He's struggled a little bit tonight. Only 5 of 11 now, but a big time finish there, up to 11 points.
Chase Toppin's going to come in for Jerry Higgins III. A 10-point Laker lead, 6:16 to go. Chacon to bring it up. Frazier will try a 3, and it rattles out. Another offensive rebound. Jontic is fouled by Bowman.
Sound like a broken record at this point, Zach. Offensive rebounds for John Carroll is what's keeping them in this game. Jontic with the big rebound in the and one here. Chance to cut it to 7.
The 11th offensive rebound for John Carroll. Yontic at the line, can't hit the free throw. And Bowman grabs the rebound. 8-point Lakers lead. Anderson, 5:50 to go. Anderson, step back from the elbow.
Great shot creation there by Anderson. He's got a couple possessions with back-to-back points.
Chacon is fouled by Green. Got a little too antsy.
He's so quick, Chacon. It's tough to stay in front. And Green with the foul. It's his fourth foul now with 5:30 to go, 5:29 to go, excuse me. A lot of players here with a lot of fouls. And Chacon's going to go to the line for the 1-and-1.
9th team foul on the Lakers. 5:29 to go. Chacon makes the first. 83% from the line. Chacon for the second. And it rolls in.
John Carroll hasn't been able to get it to under 8 here. It's at 8 points again now is the lead. Let's see if they can get a stop.
Anderson to Green. So Lakers break the press, get it over half court. Anderson. To Sparks. Sparks. Out to Anderson. The corner three doesn't go. Green offensive rebound to Anderson.
Big time offensive rebound. Anderson follows the shot. Backdoor cut. Beautiful pass by Green.
Toppin. All tipped away by Oswego. Baseline out of bounds. 22 on the shot clock. 4:48 on the game clock. And a 10-point Laker lead. Chacon into Rayner. Frazier looking to get going in the second half. Out to Chacon. Good move around Anderson. What a play by Luke Chacon.
The way he's able to balance in the air, use his body to create separation, go to the right hand. Beautiful play by Chacon. And we got an offensive foul here, I think.
And a foul on Jeremiah Sparks.
That's his fourth.
The fourth on Sparks. The 10th team foul. Or it's going to be a baseline out of bounds. Or sideline out of bounds, excuse me, because it was an offensive foul. Chacon. 10 on the shot clock. 4:15 on the game clock. Chacon on the inside, can't hit the layup. Offensive rebound, and he finishes.
He's in his bag now. Quick dribbles, getting himself inside. Missed the first one. Nice follow, another offensive rebound, a 6-point game.
Under 4 minutes remaining. 60-54 Oswego State. Anderson. Eight on the shot clock. Achille. In the paint. Can't hit the layup. Frazier.
Great defense there by Luke Frazier.
Chacon to Toppin. And he'll back things out. Had the look from the corner, didn't take it. Chacon. Toppin down to Rayner. Backing down Bowman. Rayner can't get it to go. Green with the rebound. And a fast break for Anderson. He'll finish the layup. And a swing for Oswego State. Coach Jason Leone going to call a timeout. Going to be the under 4 timeout anyways. An 8-point Laker lead, a huge bucket for Oswego State.
Yeah, it's a 4-point swing right there. The Lakers get the stop on the defensive end. Transition, easy layup on the other, going the other way. And honestly, if you're John Carroll, you got another good look. You have to be pretty happy with it. Rayner wasn't able to finish on the post hook shot, leading to the transition bucket. But right now, if you're John Carroll, you got to continue to push the pace. You're down by 8. You're getting some pretty good looks, but time is running out. Got to maybe make some threes here, too. Only 2 of 16. A place where they usually shoot 35%. Really struggled today. Turnover battle is even. Rebounding battle is in favor of Oswego by just 1. So it's been a real even game. The three-point shooting is really the only thing separating these teams right now.
With 3:05 to go, the NCAA Division III men's basketball tournament, a round of 32. Zach Malaman alongside Brian DeMuro at Max Zeal Gymnasium in Oswego, New York. The Oswego State Lakers taking on the John Carroll University Blue Streaks, 62-54. Oswego lead it. So we come out of the timeout. A lot of guys in foul trouble for Oswego. You mentioned it before, Brian. 10 team fouls, just 5 team fouls in the second half for John Carroll. As Rayner's going to inbound. Chacon to Toppin. He'll try a 3, and it doesn't go. The struggles continue from deep. Bowman with the rebound.
A good look there, too. Toppin just couldn't knock it down. He's now 1 of 8 from the floor.
Anderson brings it up. 2:40 on the game clock. Oswego with an 8-point lead. 10 on the shot clock. Anderson down to Bowman. He's fouled on the pass.
That's Frazier's 4th.
It's going to be baseline out of bounds for the Lakers. Jerry Higgins, the third, is going to come in for Chase Toppin.
Yeah, Toppin, the guy, as we mentioned earlier in the broadcast, averaging about 11 per game. Had that big outburst yesterday for 21 points. Only 1 of 8 tonight. 0 of 6 from 3. He struggled.
Anderson into Green. Green is fouled by Higgins. Could have gotten called for a travel there.
Yeah.
And got the call out of it.
Yeah, I wasn't sure which way they were going to call that originally. Higgins picks up his 4th foul, and the Lakers are in the bonus. They're going to go to the 1-and-1 here with Devin Green, who's up to 20 points now, 11 rebounds. Can't overstate how big he's been for this Lakers squad tonight.
Green. He's going to get a towel from the bench. Clean up the hands, 77% on the season from the line. 2:27 left.
These are big free throws here, Zach. Not much time left. If you can knock down these both, push to a 10-point lead, put yourself in a good position to go to the Sweet 16.
Green hits the first. 9-point lead. Can't hit the second. Lead still at 9. John Carroll looking to answer. Almost tipped away by Green. Chacon. Great pass on the inside. Yontek is able to hit the layup.
They've had no answer for the big man inside. And we got a turnover here, I think. That's a bad pass by Aki Anderson. I think it might have slipped out of his hands. Leaving the door open here for John Carroll.
2:08 remaining. A 7-point Oswego lead. 13th turnover for Oswego. Chacon makes them pay for it.
And he scored quickly too, Zach. Quick score, 5-point game.
Green to Anderson. 20 on the shot clock. 1:45 now on the game clock. Sparks. 10 on the shot clock. Sparks finds Bowman on the inside into the body of Rayner. What a tough finish.
Big time finish. Cartier Bowman through the contact.
Higgins to Yontek. Great spin move off the backboard and in. And Pete Moran's going to take a timeout, a 5-point game. Both teams trading blows. Trip to the Sweet 16 on the line. 1:21 to go. And the Lakers will have possession going the other way. It's coming down to the wire here, Brian.
Yeah, you know, Jantek and Rayner, the two big men for John Carroll, have really kept them in this game combined. They got 24 points, 14 rebounds. The Lakers have had trouble stopping them, so if only a couple of these threes would go down for John Carroll, you could see a much different score right now. But the Lakers, with the 5-point lead, they've been able to play some pretty good defense. They've kept up the scoring. Devin Green has been amazing. Aki Anderson up to 17 points now after a bit of a slow start. And Jeremiah Sparks also in double figures with 16 himself. Green also with a double-double with 11 boards. So it's been an all-around effort here for the Lakers. Holding on to a 5-point lead. Got to just control the ball here. Don't turn the ball over as they have been the past couple of possessions. 1 or 2 buckets could seal the deal.
Both teams with 1 timeout remaining. 1:21 to go. Achille on the inbound. Sparks. With Chacon on him. Fans were looking for a foul. Green. 20 on the shot clock. Sparks. To Anderson. Lakers set up a play. 12 on the shot clock. Minute remaining at Max Zeal. Anderson. Pull up. And he can't hit it.
Tough look. A little bit of a stagnant possession there.
Chacon. And a block called on Aki Anderson. Chacon's going to go to the line.
I don't know, Zach. That was close. Beautiful move by Chacon, up and over to get inside. That call could have gone either way. And the refs got, I believe that was Devin Green with the foul. His 4th.
Aki Anderson called with the block.
Anderson, excuse me.
Chacon's going to go to the line. And a crowd impact's having a noise, and this is the first.
Over 80% shooter from the line. Crowd definitely playing a factor, as you mentioned.
Chacon's second, he knocks it down, 4-point game.
It's a big miss, though. Keeps that a 2-possession game.
48 on the clock. Anderson. To Green and Sparks. Down to 30. 10 on the shot clock. Green to Achille. Down to Bowman, and he's fouled. A huge possession, and John Carroll decided not to foul there.
Yeah, and then they commit the foul late. I guess you don't want to give up any easy buckets here. 22 seconds, though. If Bowman can knock down these 2 free throws, push it to a 6-point game, that could be too much for John Carroll to overcome. 72% shooter from the line.
It's going to be a 1-and-1 for Bowman. And he can hit it. Still a chance for the Blue Streaks. Chacon looking for options. Chacon throws one up. It doesn't go. Bowman with the rebound. And a foul called on Chacon. 11 seconds remaining. And a standing ovation from the Zeal crowd.
Well deserved, Zach. That was a big-time defensive possession. We know how good Chacon can be. Bit of a forced shot there trying to draw a foul. Wasn't able to go. Now it's just about making your free throws. Each team with 1 timeout here. So it's not over yet, but you got to make these free throws.
Bowman can hit the free throw, but he gets the offensive rebound. A huge play by Cartier Bowman, and he bails himself out with 2 missed free throws.
You cannot overstate how big that rebound was. That could be the one that sinks John Carroll. After you mentioned it, a missed free throw again. That's Frazier's 5th, I believe. If it was called on him, it's his 5th. He will be out of the game. Luke Frazier, leading scorer for John Carroll, not only on this season, but also in this one. He has fouled out, I believe.
Frazier's going to come out of the game. Higgins will check in.
Nice bounce back performance from Frazier with 13 points, 9 rebounds, but he did struggle, only 5 of 15 from the field.
Went 0 for 6 in the second half. Bowman gets 2 free throws now with the double bonus. Makes the first. And Coach Jason Leone barking out orders to his Lakers team. Bowman can't hit the second. Chacon, still a 5-point game. A floater from 3, it doesn't go. Toppin will throw it up, and the Oswego State Lakers are going for the second consecutive year back to the Sweet 16.
Great defensive effort all around for the Lakers all night. They made it hard on the Blue Streaks. Chacon and Frazier, Toppin, never really able to get going here. The Lakers defense was unbelievable. Rebound battle was tied, and that's a testament to how close this game was. It was really just a 3-point shooting that put the Lakers over the edge. Big time performance. The crowd loved it, and the Lakers going back to the Sweet 16.
Lakers led today by Devin Green, 21 points, 8 for 11 from the field, 4 for 6 from 3-point range. He was the story for the Lakers.
Absolutely. Green, 8 of 11 from the field, 21 points, 11 rebounds. You see here, the fans love it. But his job not finished. Back-to-back years going to the Sweet 16. Lakers want to advance even further into the Elite 8 and beyond. So this one's going to feel sweet. It was a tough, hard-fought matchup. John Carroll did fight back there in that second half when we thought it could have been over after the Lakers extended it to 15 points. But nonetheless, a nice win for this Lakers squad, who played really well all around. Not many turnovers, only 13, 38 boards. They tied them, and they were able to shoot the ball well, 35% from 3.
As we're going to take a quick break, we'll be right back at Max Yield Gymnasium as this one finishes the Lakers 66 and the Blue Streaks 61.
Proportion to me is the lived experience of our Division III student athletes. They balance life from an academic perspective and the rigors of competing at a high level, bonding with teammates and building lifelong friendships. But they also are involved in their communities. They work jobs and internships and volunteer. They've learned to be resilient. Diverse experiences are setting them up for the future.
Passion's love. Passion is love for what you do. Because I think when you face challenges, it comes down to how much you want it and how much you love it. Passion is what keeps you going forward. Seeing so many people that were like-minded and so hardworking in their sport and academics, being surrounded by like-minded people makes you want to be more passionate. I think it pushes you to a different level that maybe you didn't think you had. You can do the best of both worlds and love all of it.
A good citizen is someone who wants to make a positive impact, both in their communities and in the world around them. The Division III approach is absolutely the best approach out there for amateur sport because it wants student athletes to explore all parts of who they are. Be successful in the classroom, be successful in competition, be successful in the community. So our student athletes learn what it means to strive for and attain success, but doing it the right way and being good citizens.
Comprehensive learning is being able to adapt to experiences and apply the things that I learned. Being an athlete and juggling academics helped me grow as a person, and things that I've learned, I was able to apply it in another field, putting them into everyday life. Developing comprehensive learning helped me prioritize certain things to make sure I get to where I want to be.
Responsibility is being accountable for your words and actions, first and foremost. It also is an obligation to be a positive influence in the communities around you. Being in a D3 program, you're going to have lots of different opportunities. You're not just an athlete, you're also involved in student life. Your academics are extremely important. We give a lot of our student athletes responsibilities right from the start by giving them leadership opportunities, by having them engage in the community, be a positive influence. That's being a responsible person.
I believe sportsmanship is it's a mutual admiration and respect for your fellow competitors. We all go through a lot to reach the point where we compete against one another. It's important to realize that. So once we're finally on the field or on the court or on the starting block, we look at each other as fellow human beings and not just competitors. Being able to recognize the hard work that other athletes are putting in creates a more positive and inclusive environment.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. We'd like to welcome you back inside Max Seal Gymnasium as the Oswego State Lakers are advancing to the Sweet 16 of the NCAA Division III men's basketball tournament. They defeat the John Carroll Blue Streaks 66-61. Zach Malamud alongside Brian DeMuro, and opening thoughts on what was an unbelievable game between two top 10 teams.
Yeah, both teams came to play tonight. You see only 6 points separating them in the end, but overall it was really the three-point shooting that was the difference in the game. The Lakers shot the ball 35% from three. John Carroll only 11%. That's really what killed them. And John Carroll typically is a really good three-point shooting team. Tonight wasn't the case. Earlier in the pregame we mentioned rebounding and three-point shooting. The rebound battle was tied, so we looked at the next stat, as I mentioned, three-point shooting, and that's really where the difference was tonight.
As we look through some of the highlights from this one, the big performers stepped up. Devin Green, what could have been his final game in Oswego colors, 21 points, 4 for 6 from deep.
I think the mark of a good player is how well you can bounce back from some adversity. You know, last night in the round of 64, he did not have a good night. 3 of 13 from the floor, 1 of 6 from 3. Tonight, answered that with 8 of 11 from the floor. He had a double-double, 21 points, 11 rebounds. Big-time stuff from Devin Green. Aki Anderson also followed up his great performance last night with 17 points of his own. Jeremiah Sparks and Cartier Bowman also in double figures. So an all-around effort, as it always is for this Lakers squad, right? Like, we always talk about the Lakers, and we're like, these guys have layers to their success. There are multiple guys who can go out and get you 10, 15 points every single night. We saw it again tonight, and that's why they're moving on to the Sweet 16.
And as we look at the summary of this one, the turnover battle was a story. It's been ruled 17 turnovers for John Carroll to 12 for Oswego. But the points in the paint, Oswego lost that one. A lot of John Carroll's points came in the paint, but the turnover battle and the rebound battle were the story in this one.
Yeah, it really was. You know, with John Carroll struggling from deep, they went inside to try to get good looks. Jantek and Rayner were really big for them inside. But overall, it was just too much for them to handle. You know, Oswego did knock down 6 threes, which really put them over the top. Their three-point shooters knocked down the big ones, but it was really just Devin Green. If you take a look at the rest of the Lakers, only 2 other threes were made outside of Green. So Green was really the guy who brought them to their success today from the three-point line. But as you mentioned, turnovers were a big deal down the stretch.
And looking now as the Lakers advance to the Sweet 16, they just have so many playmakers. It really, any guy can step up on any given day, and that's going to be huge coming into March.
Yeah, you know how this tournament is. It's about who steps up. You know, you can't, you know, there's always those guys, no matter what level of basketball you're playing, once you get to the playoffs and the tournament style, you can't just have one guy. It needs to be a collective group effort if you're going to make it far in March Madness. And as we mentioned, the Lakers with 4 guys in double figures tonight, that's big for them. They're going to need that production to continue in order to sustain this success throughout the rest of this tournament.
As we're going to look at the bracket now for the NCAA, Randolph-Macon is in action against Scranton as we speak. That one's in the first half. The winner, well, Oswego State will play the winner of Randolph-Macon versus Scranton. It's not going to be an easy matchup for the Lakers, whoever it is.
No, Randolph-Macon out of Virginia. They are 28-1. It's going to be a tough task, especially if they have to travel to that gym or if Scranton pulls off a crazy upset. Again, this is March, so who knows what could happen. Anything is possible, but for the Lakers, you just have to be happy that you controlled your own business. Now you get to go kind of sit back and watch some film on whoever you're going to play, and overall, you have a week to prepare. Whoever it is, you could be hosting it if Scranton pulls off the upset, or if you could be heading down to Virginia for a nice little trip down there. But overall, the Lakers should be very happy with where they are, knocking off a tough John Carroll team. Let's not let that go understated. John Carroll is a very good program, 10th best team in the nation. They just struggled tonight, but the Lakers should be very happy with what they were able to do on the floor today.
Very honored to be part of this call. Very cool to have the NCAA tournament in Oswego this weekend?
Oh yeah, it was super fun, super amazing experience to be able to call some of these games, do Zach with other guys. I'll speak for everyone here that it was a blast calling these games. It was great to see these competitive teams come and perform at the highest level. It was a lot of fun, and looking forward to seeing the rest of this tournament.
From Brian DeMuro, I'm Zach Mallowan, and all of us, we'd like to say thank you for watching. This has been a production of the NCAA tournament on WTOP 10 in association with the NCAA. The Oswego State Lakers advanced to the Sweet 16 after a win over the John Carroll University Blue Streaks by a final score of 66-61. Good night, everyone.